Norris will not celebrate F1 title in Woking like Häkkinen. Lando Norris has chosen a very different path from McLaren legend Mika Häkkinen. Despite securing the 2025 Formula One World Championship, Norris will not take part in any public celebrations in Woking, the home of McLaren. The decision has been confirmed by McLaren, who explained that the team's full focus is now on preparations for the 2026 season, which will introduce a completely new set of technical regulations. Norris' title marked a historic moment for McLaren. He became the team's first drivers' champion since Mika Häkkinen in 1998, ending a 27-year wait for the famous British squad. Back then, Häkkinen famously celebrated by driving a Formula One car through the streets of Woking, in front of thousands of fans. That iconic scene, however, will not be repeated with Norris. According to the BBC, Woking Borough Council leader Anne-Marie Barker had hoped Norris could celebrate the achievement with the local community. She expressed that wish in a letter to McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown. "I hope we can celebrate this historic achievement locally," she wrote. The town centre celebration in February for your 2024 Constructors' Championship was extremely successful, with packed activities and outstanding community engagement. "We would be delighted to support any future plans so that our community can once again share in the pride of your success." However, McLaren later confirmed that no such event would take place. A McLaren spokesperson explained, "Unfortunately, we will not be holding a celebration in Woking this time, as the team is extremely busy preparing for next season." A title decided in dramatic fashion. The 2025 championship was decided in one of the closest battles in recent Formula One history. Throughout the season, Norris faced intense pressure not only from rival teams, but also from his own teammate, Oscar Piastri. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen launched a late charge for Red Bull, keeping the title fight alive until the final round in Abu Dhabi. Verstappen won the race, finishing ahead of Piastri and Norris. But Norris' third-place finish was enough to secure the championship by just 2 points over the Dutch driver. It was a dramatic finale and a reminder of how fine the margins are at the very top of Formula One. From celebration to total focus. Once the celebrations faded and Christmas passed, McLaren quickly shifted their attention to the future. The 2026 season will mark the beginning of a new era in Formula One, with radical regulation changes affecting car design, aerodynamics, and power units. For McLaren, the challenge is even greater, defending their position as champions while adapting to a completely new technical landscape. Norris is no longer just a race winner. He is now a world champion, and a central figure in McLaren's plans for the next generation of Formula One. The 2026 car reveal. McLaren will officially unveil their 2026 Formula One car on February 9 at the Bahrain International Circuit. The launch will offer the first real glimpse of how teams are interpreting the new regulations and how McLaren intend to defend their titles in this new era. No street parade. No Woking celebration. But for Norris and McLaren, the message is clear. The future matters more than the past. A champion with no time to stand still. For Norris, the decision not to celebrate publicly reflects a change in mentality. The 25-year-old has spent his entire career chasing this moment, yet the sport allows little time to truly enjoy it. Formula One, especially under a new regulation cycle, moves forward without waiting for sentiment. Inside McLaren, the priority is clear: every department is already operating in 2026 mode. Engineers are focused on aerodynamics under new floor regulations, energy recovery systems, and weight distribution. Designers are analyzing how to maximize performance without compromising long-term development. And at the center of it all stands Norris, now not just a driver, but the reference point of an entire project. Pressure of being the champion. Becoming a world champion does not reduce pressure. It multiplies it. In 2026, Norris will no longer be the challenger. He will be the benchmark. Every rival, Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, and Piastri, will measure themselves against him. Every mistake will be judged more harshly. Every result will carry greater expectations. McLaren know this too. That is why the team has chosen preparation over celebration. There is also a symbolic message in McLaren's decision. By skipping public celebrations, they are telling the paddock that 2025 is already history. The team is not interested in living off past success. They want to dominate the future. In many ways, this mirrors the philosophy that once defined McLaren during its golden era's relentless ambition, ruthless focus, and zero complacency. Norris' personal motivation. Privately, Norris has admitted in recent months that his biggest fear was never winning a championship. Now that fear is gone. But a new motivation has replaced it, proving that he is not a one-time champion. The greatest drivers in Formula One history are not defined by one title but by consistency, dominance, and longevity. And Norris knows that better than anyone. Bahrain, the first true test. All eyes will now turn to Bahrain. When McLaren reveal their 2026 car on February 9th, the paddock will not just look at the design, they will look for intent. Is it aggressive? Is it conservative? Is it revolutionary? Because whatever McLaren show in Bahrain will define how seriously the rest of Formula One takes their championship defense. And whatever Norris drives onto the track in pre-season testing will mark the beginning of the most important chapter of his career. There will be no slow drive-through Woking. No crowds lining the streets. No historic reenactment of Häkkinen's celebration. But in Formula One, silence can sometimes speak louder than noise. McLaren are not celebrating the past. They are preparing to protect it. The weight of expectation. What happens next may define Norris' legacy. Winning a first title brings relief. Winning a second proves greatness. History shows that many champions struggled once the pressure changed. Some faded. Some rose higher. Norris now stands at that same crossroads. Inside McLaren, there is confidence but no illusion. They know 2026 will not forgive mistakes. Red Bull are rebuilding. Ferrari are investing heavily. Mercedes believe the new regulations suit their philosophy. The grid will be tighter than ever. And in that environment, Norris will be judged not by how he won 2025, but by how he responds to it. Because in Formula One, the crown is never permanent. You either defend it, or you watch someone else take it from you.